Hi everyone, this is my attempt at using Google Maps to tell my digital story. So right now, as you can see, or no I guess, I live in Regina, and here's Saskatoon. I used to live there for a little bit, but where I'm actually going to take you is to my small town that I lived in for most of my life, and it's Hafford. So we lived there from grade 1 until, well, I lived there from grade 1 until grade 9. And my grandparents, my Bob and Guido, used to live in Blaine Lake, and we used to go see them probably every Friday, something like that. I also lived in North Battleford for a little bit. And as we go into this little, well, not really little, this lake, Redberry Lake. We used to go there every summer, and it's a saltwater lake, which is really awesome because I am terrified of leeches. And so we used to swim in it, and that was really, really fun. And sometimes me and my friends would actually walk from Hafford all the way to Redberry Lake. But don't tell my parents. Okay, so where I'm going to take you now is Hafford. Okay, so here is a little map of how big Hafford actually is. It's quite small. I lived on Highway 340 and directly opposite of my school. And I would walk there with my friend Kendall, or sometimes my friend Sarah, like every single day. And it used to take us so long, especially when we were little. I remember one time it took me like 3 hours to get from the school to my home, and my parents were wondering and worried about where I was. Okay, now I'm actually going to take you into Hafford and show you my house. Welcome to Hafford! Okay, so this was my house, and the house I used to wake up and go to school every single day. Over here is a cement step, and it'll either have my footprint or my handprint in it and what age I was. And if we go further down Highway 340, this is where my friend Kendall used to live. In this house over there. Oop. And if you look over here, oh my gosh, what's going on? Just gonna ignore that. Okay, my little brother, who was very, very little when we lived here, probably 4, I would think, would always run across the street to our neighbor, Bill and Elizabeth. And they had, I don't know if you can really see them, some fake deer in their yard. So there they are. And he used to tell them that they were his deer and that he would go and see them every day, and he would ride them, and he would try to feed them, and he was really good to those deer. Okay, so over here now you can see Kendall's house a little bit better. So I was over at this house probably every single day, or he was at mine. Here are some canoes that his family had, and we actually had a stream or a slough, something like that, in our backyards, which were very big. And he would take this canoe and go outside in the water and try to float is the word, I guess, in it. It didn't work out so well. Okay, and across the street was his grandparents' house. Well, just one. His name was Norm. And if we keep going down Hafford, I'd love to take you to my school, but unfortunately it doesn't let me take you the way that I went for some reason. Okay, so I'm not going to take you all the way there because you can pretty much see it from here. But across this busy highway that I was never ever allowed to cross is the Shell. It was like the place to be when I was younger. And if we go down this street, will eventually lead to Main Street, where everyone would hang out, and there was a few restaurants that we could go to and whatnot. So I'll take you guys there in a second just to show you a little bit of that. Okay, here we are in Main Street, Hafford, Saskatchewan. Pretty busy day, usually it's not this busy. Okay, over to the left, you will see the bar, K-Bar Inn. And all of the teachers would go there during the weekend. I know now we're not supposed to let our students know where we are, but this was a small town and everyone knows everyone else's business. This is the only grocery store, Hafford Fine Foods. And over here you can see again the street signs in Ukrainian and then in English. And as we move forward in the street, I could probably tell you whose vehicles those are, but I won't. Over here was the pharmacy, and this wall actually, we had a contest in grade 4 I think it was, and we were given the sheets with just the outline of this picture, and we had to color it in. And whoever won, their picture was put onto this pharmacy. I don't know who won, but it wasn't me. So over here is 7-star Chinese restaurant. The best Chinese food I've ever had in my life. I encourage everyone to go there. Wonton soup is amazing. Okay, and as we move forward, this is kind of the restaurant to go to. It was Bob's Silver Sword and Chalice restaurant. He made, I don't know, he had a bunch of facts about him, like he made like the biggest burger in Saskatchewan or something, and like awesome pizzas, so good. And here's our library that we used to travel from in the school. We would go to the school and then the teachers would take us on a walk to the library and we'd get books, and usually I didn't take any out because I don't really like to read. And you can see this Senior Citizens Center over here. Play some bingo there occasionally. And here's the bank. And here's kind of like a restaurant, more like a coffee shop actually. And Kendall's mom used to work down here at the post office, but I won't take you all the way down there. And I'll try to see if I can take you guys to the school. It's down this street, so we would come down the street from my house. We'd walk all this way, keep going, keep going, keep going, all the way to the school over there. So just give me a second and I'll take you there, if I can. Okay, so Kendall and I, or Sarah and I, or whoever I was walking with that day, would finish coming all the way from my house down the street. I'll turn for you guys. Then we would walk through these trees. And then this is our baseball field. And this was our school. All the way over here. All this whole building. And over here was our little playground. The school's not very big. It was K to 12, and there was probably, when I went to school, maybe 120 students there. Maybe. So I'm going to try and go into the playground to show you guys a bit there. Okay, so here's a view of our school. And this is the playground that I grew up playing in. Over here is the track and field, the track and everything that we had to run. So hard. And this is about as far as I can take you guys, so I guess this is where the tour ends. There was a house back here, but I think they got rid of it by now. No, it's still there. There's a little house that was abandoned that all of the kids would try to get to, like every recess, and of course the teachers would stop us, but that's a little inside story, I guess. And there's the court. It was supposed to be a basketball court, and the principal promised us that it would be, and it never turned out to be a basketball court. Everyone was so mad. And so yeah, that's a tour of my hometown and my school. I haven't been back there for so long, many years. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing your guys's.